Hi guys, I'm Gia. I'm the founder of the Lynk Therapy and Wellness Center and also a registered and licensed mental health counselor.
And I'm Shahira. I'm one of the counselors for the Link.
Alright, so today, before we actually begin our last episode
For this season,
yes, so there's three important things that we want to share with you guys. So number one, whatever that we share and discuss here, it's coming from our point of view, our
Correct.
personal experience.
betul. And number two, we are not representing any counselors or any mental health practitioners in Malaysia or mana-mana. It's all about how we think about it.
Yes.
Number three,
And last but not least, whatever that we share here, we want to raise awareness of mental health for the people of Malaysia.
betul.
Okay. So today's topic, our last topic,
Our last topic for this season.
this season, and it's a very popular topic that I believe a lot of people already touch on.
Betul?
Overcoming burnout and self-care strategies for mental health therapists
Yep.
or practitioners. Question number one. This is for you,
Okay.
Shahira. How prevalent is burnout among mental health therapists? And what are some signs or indicators that therapists might be experiencing burnout?
Okay. I think I would say 90% of us experiencing burnout.
99.9.
99.99% of us.
Yes.
1000%.
Yes.
Even when you are just doing your internship or practicum, you're
Yes.
already experiencing that. And which is normal. I would say normal. Mana-mana kerja pun you would experience burnout. It just how you take it lah would be different, obviously. I think you were asking the common signs
Yeah.
for therapists if they
Yes.
are having burnout.
Yes.
From my experience, the common sign that you would see from us when we are not being there with you during the session, we are not like present with you guys. Obviously, our mind dah melayang-layang, and we would
Distracted.
distracted already. And if the therapist keep on asking, I'm sorry, pardon, again.
Can you repeat that?
Can you repeat
Can
that?
you- yeah.
Sometimes kadang-kadang dia tanya because of they wanted to have a clarification whatsoever, but sometimes because of they already burned out.
Yes.
And secondly, maybe they talk about themselves instead of listening to your story. Like whatever that you say, terus dia macam, oh yeah, I feel that too. Pop, terus my story, not your story. So I think that's the common sense for burnout. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And also, just to in addition to that
Yeah.
as well, it's like sometimes like if you notice your therapist staring in the blank space.
Yeah.
It's like they're not here. Okay, I think this is very important to also empathize with your therapist. If you see them like they look a bit tired, or let's say for example like you noticing them like just not paying attention to you. Maybe you can maybe you can ask them like, hey,
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Did you listen to what I said?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like you, when you're too burnt out, right? You just stare at the blank space.
Betul.
And it's pretty obvious.
Betul. Because we are
Yeah.
too tired.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just don't know why we are still taking session. Sometimes, okay, I'm not going to deny this.
Yeah.
We counselors also have our own ego, where we don't want to admit that we are having burnout.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think for clients, if you see any red flags, dekat your therapist,
Yeah,
like for
therapist.
example for burnout, you
Yeah.
can raise this issue.
Yes,
Maybe to
yes.
the front desk ke apa ke kan.
Yes, correct.
Sometimes we don't even aware about it. We need the third party or orang lain yang tegur us for this.
Yes. Therefore, self-care is very important to all
Betul.
mental health practitioners to ensure that like
Correct.
to minimize like burnout in the sessions. I know it's not easy to like even we talk about how to take care of ourselves early
Yeah.
on, right? Maybe some of us like we have ways to do it, some of us don't have ways to do it, some of us just like
Couldn't find the right one.
the right one to do it. In the end of the day, it's like burning out is more of like how you manage that stress and that
Yes.
pressure, and also basically just taking that time off or out from a
Workplace.
workplace.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Sometimes we just don't have time for that.
yeah.
Okay.
We don't have time to take a break
I know.
from yeah.
Okay, so for the
Mhm.
next question
Yeah.
for Gia, okay, how can burnout impact not only therapist's personal well-being, but also the quality of care they provide to their clients?
Yeah, I think just now we mentioned, right, it's actually pretty obvious in the session that you can tell
Yeah.
if your therapist is in the session with you. That's
Mhm.
number one. And number two, that distraction, that easily distracted. And number three, them staring at a blank space. And then like last but not least, perhaps like that, repetitive like clarification versus like clarification, and also like what do you call this, paraphrasing, or like summarize your topics is very different than like continuous like can you repeat that again, can you tell us that again, can you like you know so therapists also have their own ways to how to say, like to be more mindful or to pay attention in the sessions as well.
Betul?
Yeah, so
How does it affect the quality?
yeah, in that session, meaning to say like it's so difficult to connect with the therapist on
Betul.
that day. You don't feel like that there was a effective session with the therapist, and then like you feel like, oh, what was that all about? Kenapa kita just cakap kosong,
Betul.
maybe it's just like a just like no discussion at all. It was just like very like dry type of like sessions, and then you don't feel good about your sessions. So
That's where you can take the signs from.
Yeah.
And I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And I would add one more.
mm,
Where you feel like if you are a client and then you feel like you are in the same circle, in the same like macam there's no progress in your session.
yeah, repetitive like
Betul. Asyik itu je yang you guys discuss.
Mm.
Then maybe your therapist experiencing burnout.
Yes, yes, yeah, and it's a bit different, right? Like because if you talk about like repetitive like topics or scenarios, right, it's almost like if somebody is going through the same scenario but using different template, then it's not a repetitive session.
Betul.
Yeah, it's not a repetitive sessions. However, if it's a continuous like the same type of like last
Last
session talk about breakup, and then talk about the same person talk about like then repeat the next
Betul.
so it's gonna be like a repetitive of like a
Sama je.
yeah. Okay.
Agree?
Yeah. So next question, could you share some example of situation where blurred boundaries contributed to burnout, and discuss how those situations could have been managed differently?
Okay. Do I have an example for this?
Yeah, like because like boundaries, so it's I guess like with in a session, because we have that therapeutic like relationship with our clients, right? As it's almost like macam a friend, a friendship, a relationship type of thing. And it's not friends, we're not friends, but what I'm saying is like there is a relationship going on. It's a professional relationship basically.
But
In that way, it's also macam difficult sebab there is this blurred boundary stuff. Sometimes we macam self disclose too
or
much.
too much of self-disclose with the
Disclosure,
client.
yeah.
So this is where the blood boundaries comes forward. I think I don't have any examples for that. I think what I can say, if you have a therapist yang oversharing, yang and you feel like macam it's not necessary to share, although they feel like macam to connect, maybe this is where you can see as a sign also that contribute to burnout.
Yeah.
Because we therapists also sometimes we don't even aware about it. Yang we oversharing.
Yeah.
Because we feel like macam maybe we feel like we hear you a lot, but what about us? When we burn out, we may think yang macam, how about our feelings?
Yeah.
How about our stories?
Kita macam transfer, kita macam
Betul.
projected, you know, our own like feelings and our emotions, our
Correct.
exhaustion to like the sessions.
Maybe like unconsciously we are doing this.
Yeah.
We have no intention of interrupting the session.
Yeah.
But this is where you guys as a client have a right to maybe stop the session
Yeah.
and
You know, call out the therapist.
betul.
Yeah, I mean, you know, politely and gently, of course, and
Obviously. Macam marah-marah
then
tiba-tiba
macam
takut.
therapist macam like, huh?
Am I doing anything wrong?
Yes.
Maybe they also confused.
Yeah. So, you know, Shaira, like we are mental health like therapists ourselves. How do you take care of yourself? What's your
Strategy?
Your strategy or like methods or techniques, whatever lah. Like how do you take care of yourself?
Okay, interesting. I would say, I would definitely be honest with you guys. My self-care always involved with bed. I mean sleeping for sure.
Yeah.
I think to me sleeping is the most crucial part in my life where I need to recharge everything.
Yes.
Because sleeping it's not meant for you to be lazy, but sleeping is also meant for you to relax, to let go of your emotions, to escape, to go to your dream punya world. You get what I mean? Although it's not reality, but mimpi lah, things like that. Just take a break from that. My self-care, one of it is sleeping. Yep. Second is I love me time. What I mean by me time, okay, I'm not. Some people they do me time by drawing, whatever. But my kind of me time, just sit on my couch and watching my series. One thing about me, the series that I usually watch, series yang not everyone like it.
Okay.
Because
for
example like macam I think like Gossip Girl.
Okay.
I
think a lot of people watch Gossip Girl.
I know a lot of people watch. You watch it?
Yeah, of course.
But the thing is, most of my friends they don't like Gossip Girls because it's too toxic for them. I mean, like they keep on repeating their partner on same circle.
Yeah, vicious cycles.
Macam orang sama je. Lepas dia dah macam things like that lah. But to me, I love watching series yang ada how to say controversy. Because so that I can watch it alone. You get what I mean? Alone. So no one in my house members, like my husband couple, going to watch it with me. Because that's my me time. It's with me and the television and my couch. So he's not gonna be there. So that's my me time. So that's my self-care. I prefer that. I don't know why.
Okay.
How about you?
For myself. Okay. I consider self-care for myself. This is how it looks like. I sleep at a specific time. I wake up at a specific time as well. And sleep is very important to me. I normally sleep like 7 to 8 hours a day, a night. Okay, a night, within a night lah. So I usually wake up like early in the morning. I cannot wake up anything later than like at AM.
Okay.
If I wake up like after 8 AM, I don't know. I just feel like I wasted my day.
You feel guilty?
I don't feel guilty. I'm just hyperactive like that. Like I like to wake up and I start my day.
Okay.
Because of that hyperactivity.
Yes.
If I'm stressed, I go to the gym.
Oh.
If I'm stressed, I go swimming. If I'm stressed, I'm just doing something, anything that is physical basically. That including like massage.
Oh my god, I
go and cut my
love
hair.
massage.
You know, read some books, or do more work. Even though it's self-care, but me sitting down in front of my computer or just looking at the to-do tasks and rearranging like what I need to arrange, I'll do that. Or sometimes if I really checked out, I would just lay in bed.
Okay, which is good.
Yeah, I just like lay in bed and just like do nothing.
Yes.
And then I'll put on like my music, and then I dim my the light,
Yeah.
and I have a glass of wine, and I
Oh.
just like relax. Yeah, and then that's just how I take care of my self care lah. But to me, it's like sleep is really important. If I don't have my 8 hours of sleep, you will know I don't have my 8 hours of sleep.
You'll be cranky.
I will be like macam I cannot function lah the whole day.
Betul. Betul. I do agree with that. Alright, so for the last question for you.
Okay.
Okay, when should us or mental health therapists should seek external support or supervision to help them navigate their burnout effectively?
Okay. So, one is to refer to our colleagues, right? If our colleagues already come up to us and said like, hey, I noticed that like you've been losing weight, or like maybe like you don't look so good, you don't look so well, or even sometimes during like this peer to peer conversation, like your peer is telling you like, hey, I noticed that like you haven't been eating so well lately. I think that is one indication to actually make you realize that, oh, I'm actually going through burnout. Or perhaps in the organization, maybe the administration or the assistant will get like a negative comment from the clients mentioning that like, oh, the therapists are not being in a session with me. I don't feel like I'm being heard by the therapist, and yeah, I think that would be like a good indication to really, it's a duty to seek that
Support.
external support and supervision, so that like the therapist can give like their best care to the clients.
Betul. Yep. To add for that, I mean like some colleagues, they don't feel how to say it? They don't feel comfortable to talk to you about your condition because sometimes they just mind their own business. But for you yourself as a mental health therapist, or even for me and for you, if you feel like you are not being yourself, then you should like macam try take that as a sign lah. Seek help, although not from someone yang professional like your supervisor, but maybe can talk to your friends first or your partner first. Let's see if they also witness something yang macam abnormal dekat yourself. So do you have any other like last words for mental health therapists out there about self-care?
And I think self-care, even though it is such a common topics that we talk about, and I think like throughout because of the pandemic, I think this is when self-care became more and more like popular.
Betul.
So, and it's like a lot of boundaries that people are learning how to set, with themselves and with other people as well. And I believe that all mental health therapists, I think you guys are doing your best in taking care of yourself, and also like continuing to give the best care to your clients. And so like you're holding this space for your clients, we are holding this space for our clients, so don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't forget to eat, sleep, have fun, enjoy the work. And I mean, stress is always going to be there, work is going to be there. We just have to learn how to have fun along with the work that we do, and seek for support whenever that we need.
And for me, how you want to maintain your well-being is to not to feel guilty when you have to reschedule or postpone your session with your client when you are not feeling okay. Because I believe they would understand that, because we are also human. We do need some time off. We do need some time to think again, reflect whatever things that we need to reflect, and get ourselves again.
So we hope that like these particular episodes and these seasons will help all mental health practitioners in Malaysia or even outside of Malaysia.
Betul.
That like you're not alone, like whatever stories or sharing that we shared from our point of view, maybe here we're here to actually let you know that you're not alone. And if you ever need someone to talk to, or you want to create like a peer-to-peer support group, or like like a supervision, feel free to reach out to the inner link, or like to us, and maybe we can connect together and help each other out in the process of like helping profession.
Betul.
And helping more people
Betul.
in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
And can you believe that this is our last episode for this season?
I cannot believe this, and I can't wait for our next
season. Okay.
Okay, thank you guys for listening and watching our podcast. So until then, don't forget to like and
Subscribe.
yes, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye guys, see you.